One of the themes of my photography education over the years has been that when I think I've learned something, I soon realize that no, I haven't learned it at all, and I just need more practice. And that's what you're seeing here. This builds on last week's photo of Fort Barrancas down in the Pensacola, Florida area. I took last week's photo, and then not too long after that, we were walking down another hallway in Fort Barrancas. Same location, same building, but a different hallway with different light coming through because the sun was coming from a different direction because this hallway was facing a different direction. You get the idea. Anyway, we get to this hallway and I thought, this is great. Another beautiful opportunity for a black and white photo. And it just doesn't work. And so this is kind of everything wrong with a black and white photo compared with last week's, which was a lot of things that were right about a black and white photo. Here, I thought there would be a good contrast between light and dark, and there's really not. It almost looks like a blur. Like when you look at this photo, especially if it's on a small screen like your phone, what do you even look at? What is this? There's just no, I don't know. It's missing a sense of place, of depth, of context and location. If you stare at it long enough, you start to see, oh, okay, there's windows going down on the left-hand side, and that's where light's coming in. And maybe there's a bend in the hallway down at the very end, and maybe you even get the sense that this is a hallway. But the only contrast here is the floor, like the bottom quarter of the photo, and then everything else, which is, so the bottom is dark and everything else is really light. It's different shades of light. So it's just, I thought this would be an interesting photo, and then looking at it afterwards, it's just not that great. And I'm not trying to be self-deprecating. I'm just saying that I've learned about black and white photos that you need more of a stark contrast if the photo is going to be good. And this just doesn't have enough of that contrast to help draw in the viewer. I guess there's some redeeming qualities if you look at it from maybe a more esoteric standpoint. You might, if you kind of hold your hand up and cover up the floor, it's kind of cool to see the way that there's these light and less light, it's like a pattern or like an undulation almost going down the hallway. It kind of looks like there's a sense of motion here, but there's really not. It's just a static shot. I took this at f7. There was a 1/10 of a second shutter speed. And to get that, I had to set my phone on the floor, or not my phone. I took this with my Fuji X100F, not my phone. I set it on the floor, and I don't know. It sounds like I'm being harsh on myself, and I don't mean to be. I like learning about photography with the photos I take, and I learned a lot with this one about what to do and maybe what not to do with a black and white photo.